Welcome in, Illinoisprep.com. More conference previews. I am Skylar King. As always, you can hit me up on Twitter at SkylarIPrep and hit those message boards. Let me know what you're thinking of all these previews, what you think some of these teams are going to do in a couple weeks, the sectionals and state meet. The final conference preview for this week is the West Suburban Silver, which has typically been an LT Hinsdale Central showdown. And I think when I was at that dual meet, I think LT's a little better than I thought they were going to be this year. And, you know, they lost some pretty big seniors, about Groya and the older Wygand. But, you know, LE Tech is a force to be reckoned with. There's a good chance, you know, she'll win one, if not two events, depending on what the Sims girls do. And I think that's what the most fun thing is about this conference is you have a lot of individuals that are going to be scoring at the state meet. When you look at Heidkamp for Hinsdale Central, the Sims sisters for Downers, VTech at Lyons Township, and then the relays. Hinsdale's a team that is going to be making a run in the bottom part of that top 10 in that 7-8 range. They have three relays that all should score at the state meet. What are they going to look like at conference? Are they going to load those three relays? They're a team that has a lot of depth. Are they going to have shaved people on those relays? I think that you don't always see Cody swim the three relays. Maybe you'll see that at conference, maybe you won't. I think she's still going to go three relays in the IM at the state meet and at sectionals, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with those relays. If there's a relay that Cody isn't on, perhaps they think that they don't need her to anchor the medley this year. But Downers, again, I'm hoping we get a view of what the sectional and state lineup will look like. In my opinion, they're going to go after that 400 free relay that they got second place in last year. They got some freshman reinforcements. I think they should probably go after the 200 free relay. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried for the medley, but I think the 200 free relay is what they need to go for because, again, they don't have – they got the same backstroker as last year. Looks like Maddie's going to have to swim the fly for Haley, so you're going to lose a little something there. And then – whoever anchors instead of Maddie, you're going to lose a little something there. And so I really don't think it's worth it to gamble on the medley. I think they need to go out, especially because, in my opinion, Maddie is going to jump out some of the 200 free. And so it'll be interesting to see if she goes the 200 free or maybe the IM at the conference meet might tell you something about what she's going to do going forward. And, I mean, she might swim the 500 free at the end of the year. She might swim the 100, and that really depends, in my opinion, on if Gabby makes that switch that I think she's going to from the 100 free to the fly. Then Maddie can go 200, 100. You know, she's a heck of a sprint freestyler, and she wouldn't have to mess with that 500 free, which would also make her more rested for that 200 free relay, which would make a lot of sense. But Hinsdale, probably too much depth for this conference. It would really have to be Lyons Township with a lot of shaved girls to make a run in those relays and picking up individual points all over the place because conference is all about depth, and that's what Hinsdale has. Lyons, again, I don't know if they can figure out a way to get VTech a second event win. I think, unless Downers just lines it up perfectly, she can probably win either the 200 or the 100, unless Maddie goes the 200 and either Gabby or Maddie goes the 100. Otherwise, she can get a pair of seconds. I'm not sure what she's capable of doing in maybe an odd stroke or something to try and get a win for LT if Kurt Johnson determines that they can make a run at Hinsdale Central at the conference meet. If they do, it's always exciting. That's a heck of a rivalry, and obviously Downers will be there to play spoiler. And, Oak Park, Dassoff is going to be there mixing things up in, maybe the 100 free and the backstroke or the 200. She's capable of doing a lot of different things. And, if everything that Downers and Oak Park do affects Hinsdale Central negatively, that's what will give LT a shot. If what they do affects LT negatively, obviously that's going to make it pretty easy for Hinsdale Central to walk away conference champions here. But again, we'll see all these same teams pretty much, other than Oak Park, who goes to the Fenwick section, at the same sectional, I believe, going forward. And so it should be interesting to see how this plays out leading in to obviously sectionals and the state meet for Downers, LT, and Hinsdale Central. Next week, we're previewing the North Suburban Conference with Lake Forest, Stevenson, Mundelein and company, and then the Central Suburban League, New Trier, Glenbrook South, a couple of the top impactful teams in the state. We talked about, obviously, New Trier, the defending champs, and Glenbrook South, who's got arguably the best swim in the state, Olivia Smolika. So enjoy the meets. Come back next week. Just a few weeks away from sectionals in state, and we will see you next time at IllinoisPrep.com.